and welcome to my September Teen Talk. Today we are going to be talking about crushes, the do's and the don'ts. So as you can see behind me, I've got a very autumnal theme today, and I've got candles and I've got an autumnal coloured wreath thing behind me as well. I'm wearing a jumper, but I very much underestimated how hot I'd be. I've got massive fluffy jumper thing and candles and two massive bright lights, and I am hot. So anyway, crushes. Probably one of the most nerve-wracking thing in the world for a teenager is asking someone out. I am super nervous about asking my crush out, and I'm just so awkward when it comes to stuff like that. If I had to ask someone out, I'd probably be like, a crush is when you really like someone and you want to be more than friends. I have a crush. I like someone so much so I can't stop thinking about him. When I have a crush or if I like someone, I seem to try and make scenarios in my brain of how they'd ask me out and stuff, and I'd also try and write songs about the kind of crush experience and what I'd like them and how I'd like them to ask me out. That's just how it goes for me, and whenever I see him, my whole stomach flips upside down. So your heart kind of just jams in your mouth, and you're like, every time they touch you, you go tingly and everything, and that's the special thing about having a crush. But I'd like to know if you guys have a crush, and let me know in the comments. I'd love to know, because everybody at some point in their life has had a crush and really likes someone. It's kind of part of being a human. So anyway, let's just get into the do's and the don'ts of having a crush. First thing is, if you like someone, be confident. Being confident is the best thing you can do when you're around someone you like, because otherwise it's going to be so obvious that you really like them. And from the other person's point of view, this can sometimes be a bit like, oh, what do I do? What do I say? What do I do for this person because they look like they like me? You've got to be confident. Always be confident and be yourself, because if you look a little bit shy or a little bit scared, then this can look defensive, and it's very obvious that you like this person. Just be confident and just be yourself, because that's the best thing you can do when you're around your crush. Second thing, get to know him or her and become good friends. Becoming friends before going into a relationship can be such a good thing to start with, as you get to know each other better and you get to know each other's hobbies, what each other likes, what each other hates, and it can really kickstart a relationship so well. Number 3. Talk on social media. If you have the person's Instagram username or their Twitter handle. If you have your crush's Instagram username or Twitter handle, or maybe their Snapchat name as well, then you can definitely talk to them, because just see them as a friend, because that's definitely the way to go forward. Messaging on social media also makes it so much easier to ask someone out, because you're not face to face, and it's so much easier. Number 4, talk or message as you would any other person. Also, if you send kisses in your texts, then make sure you don't overdo it when sending kisses to your crush, as this can sound a little too keen. I normally send 1 or maybe 2, but I normally do the whole XOX thing to everybody I message, as it's kind of like a little trademark thing that I do, and it's just a thing I do, just XOX, kiss, hug, kiss. Number 5, ask your crush out when the time is right. When you feel you've got to know this person and you both feel exactly the same way about each other, then you can ask your crush out. Hint for guys, the girls love it when the boy makes the first move. Now we're on things you don't do. Number 1, don't ask them out if you barely know each other. If you start a relationship with someone you barely know, this can be so hard, especially if you start going on a date and stuff, and you're sitting in a restaurant and it's just you and him or just you and her, and you're sitting there and you're like, hi, and the other person's like, hi, and then you look at your menus and 10 minutes goes past and you've barely spoken, and then it's like, what are you ordering? Then the other person's like, I'm ordering pizza. You? Whereas if you're both friends already and you both know each other really well, then it can get along really smoothly and you can be like, hi, how are you? It's really nice to see you. Go in for the hug, blah, blah, blah. And you can really, really just relax and the whole date can go really smoothly compared to if it's really awkward and you don't know each other. Number 2, don't ask them out if they've already got a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Imagine you are your crush's girlfriend or boyfriend. How would you feel if someone else asked them out? I know I'd feel really hurt. So don't interfere with someone who's already in a relationship. Number 3, don't pester them. So don't keep going to your crush like, hi. And then they're like, hello. Then they walk off and then you keep following them and you're like, hello. And then they're like, you just said hello to me. Bye-bye. And they walk off. And then you like run after them and say, hello. And then they're like, okay, do you want to leave me now? And then you're like, no. And then they like walk off and then you run after them. Just not going to work. Okay, so you probably won't do that, but you get what I mean. Don't keep asking them and asking them out if they keep saying no, and don't try and interfere with their personal space. Number 4, don't change yourself so they like you. If they like you back, they'll like you for you. Like if you have weird quirks like eating pizza from the middle to the crust, or saying though in a northern accent like Thor every time you say it. Not that I do any of that. Don't change them. Don't get rid of your cool quirks because that's what makes you you. That's what makes you special because that's what makes you awesome. You guys are also unique in your own different ways. You are unicorns in your own right. So be you and never change you just for someone else. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you comment below if you've got a crush because I definitely know I do and I'd love to know if you guys do too. And if you have any questions, then make sure you also comment them down below as well so then we can all chat and use the comments area as like a forum, a Teen Talk Crushes forum today. I'd also like to know what Teen Talk video you'd like next, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. Bye everyone!